Alright, Lei Wulong guide. My name is Mocha Panda. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Twitch. Just welcome back. Thank you for, giving me your time and all that good stuff. Hope you guys have a good day. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be talking about Lei Wulong. Lei Wulong is a very interesting character. So we're going to start really basic, and then we're going to talk about combos, setups, and panic moves, and bad habits not to do as a Lei player. And also haha stuff. So let's get to it. It's going to be a lot. Alright. So Lei Wulong, alright, my dudes, is an interesting character because he has a thing called stances. So he has many stances. Alright. And the thing you need to understand about Lei is that he has his basic setups, his basic moves that he uses. But what really brings out Lei is pretty much his stances and tricking the opponent and trying to see how much knowledge do they know about this character. You can say that for any other character, honestly. You can say that about Kunimitsu, you can say that for Julia, you can say that for Ana, Nina, Yoshimitsu, etc. But Lei, out of every character in Tekken history, or just in Tekken 7, we'll just start very simple, has probably the most moves in an entire kit, has the most stances in his entire kit, or in their kit, for anyway. But the thing you have to understand about Lei is that he only shines through his stances and his mix-ups. He is not a very mix-up heavy character, but he just has a lot of mix-ups, if that makes sense. Because you have to understand, this guy has over 100, almost 200 moves, just in general. And a lot of those moves come from his back turn, his stances. He has a lot of stances. I'm not even joking. And we're just talking about basic moves and not talking about he has about 67. 67. That's it. Just 67 if we're not talking about his stances. Very simple, very easy. Not very easy to remember. Take it back. Well, okay, yeah. Anyway. So let's start very basic. Alright, my dudes. I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can. And, talk about frame data while we're in here. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, so Serpent Strike 1-1. Alright, this is going to be your best 10 frame. Alright, 10 frame move all the time, every day, all day. I mean, you can go 2-1 if you want the little extra damage. Just 1 point, and you want to be at a disadvantage for frame wise, because you're +3 if you do 2-1, because that's also a 10 frame. But 1-1 is going to be your bread and butter all the time, all day, every day. And why is that? Well, not to get into much stances as for now, but if you hold 4 and press 1-1, he goes into Snake. Snake is probably the most common stance you're going to get into. And it's going to be the most important stance you're going to learn and understand about Lei. Because this goes into Panther, now goes into Tiger, goes into Dragon, goes to Play Dead. So that's 4 already. That's 4 other stances he can go into. And also, if you continue to you go into Panther. So we're also going to talk about transitions while we're at it. But yeah, so this is going to be your best 10 frame Punisher. It had problems with range, but now they fixed it. Kinda. They fixed it, so now you can actually get your punishes in. But it really depends how you feel and what you want to do. But honestly, as a Lei player, you just want to do 1-1 and hold 4 all the time. Because if you hit it, if you get all your hits, you're +6. And that puts you at an advantage. So that still gives you time to keep putting on pressure. But the thing about people and other Tekken players, they're going to understand the one thing they're going to go into is 4-1, which is one of the moves that Snake stance has gotten, a brand new move. And that goes into Tiger. And it's a low-high. So we'll get into that very well. Anyway, so 1-1 is going to be your bread and butter. Hold 4, you go into Snake stance. That's what you need to know to understand. Alright? So you have another 10 framer. Same thing. It's a high. Nothing simple. You're +6. You're 19 damage. So just understand you have to choose which one you want to do first, or which one you prefer. Because you could do 1-2, mix up the rhythm, and try to confuse your opponent. But usually you want to go into 1-1 and then hold 4, and go into snake stance. Because that's going to put pressure on your opponent. Next one is 2-1, 3+4. So the first 2 hits are natural. They're natural combo. And what I mean by that is, when I say natural, the first 2 hits are always going to hit, because I set my opponent, their second action, to always guard if it's not a true combo. So this is a true combo. Always, every day, all day. But if I do 3+4, it's not a true combo. So the first 2 hits will always hit all the time. All day, every day. So, why is this important? Well, you can kind of delay it, just a tad. So, it's okay. But the thing about it is that the second hit is -8, so you lose your turn. And if you continue it, it's -11. So you lose your turn, and you can get punished. So we don't want that. So only use it if you know you want to, like, put your opponent at a bad rhythm against you as a late player. So 2-1, as I said, is another 10 frame, and you can delay it. I only would recommend only because it has a stance. So if you hold 4 after 2-1, you go into Drunken Fist, which we're going to talk about Drunken Fist because it's very important to Lei's mix-ups. Continue on. This is your 14 frame Punisher. It hits hard. It hits hard. 47 damage for 2 hits. So if Heyo did a move that was -14 frames, I can do that, and I'm +4. Then I go into back turn. Back turn is scary when Lei's back there. But you have to understand, in Tekken, if your character is back turn, they put themselves at a disadvantage. Because you can't block. You can't really do anything if you're back turn. Your backside, you can't really do anything. You're going to get hit. But with Lei, he has moves to protect himself and set up mix-ups for himself. But that's another time for another place. And another thing with 3-3 is that the first hit, if you hold back, you go into Phoenix Stance. Which is very important, very important. So, like, this would be a combo. Very easy, right? If you want to do that, if you want to create a setup within a setup. Now, you don't have to. You do it like that, it's your personal choice. But other than that, this is your 14 frame Punisher, and it will carry you to games. Trust me, but you have to understand frame data and what is -14 frames, etc. But yeah, don't be throwing this out because the second hit is parryable, low parryable. So if you keep just throwing this and they know that it's a low, they're going to low parry you, and that's pretty much it. So only use this for 14 frame and for combos because it will just get you far. It just hits hard. And also, it has an evasive property. So if I didn't hold back, I'm not moving away. But if I hold back, Lei moves back a little bit. And this is really good because not many characters have this, so to speak. I mean, other characters have evasive moves, but Lei especially, he can make the opponent whiff and still hit them. If that makes sense. And you can go into Crane. I mean, not Crane, Phoenix Stance. So it's very important, very important. Always remember that. All right, Tornado Kicks. This is good. This is a good move, but very slow, and he's in the air, so you have to be careful. And the reason why it's good is that you can go into another stance. I think it's called Sidewind or something like that. But yeah, you can go down, and we're gonna talk about his different laydown stances, etc., play dead, etc., Sidewind. But the thing about this is that you're safe. you're +3. And if you lay down, you're +5, which is very important. So you can keep doing it. I would only recommend using the tornado kicks if you know that your opponent doesn't know about it. You want to get the frame advantage. But also, if you do hit it, and I'm pretty sure... Oh. Yeah, it's nothing really on counter hit, but at the same time, it's just used for combos, and you want to get a frame. It is sidesteppable, just be careful. It is sidesteppable, just don't be throwing it out. And also, as I said, you're in the air, it comes out slow. But you'd be surprised that people can't react to that. Alright, continuing on. Clean sweep. Alright, so this move is very... I would say it's good. It's good for Lei. Because it puts them at your opponent at a disadvantage. And the reason why, because of this stance exactly. And we're going to talk about that. So you're either going to be... go for a mid or a low. Or you can change it up, because... Lei can go into different stances within his stances, because his stances go into his stances. And you have to understand that. But anyway, talk about clean sweep. This is +4. It has a lot of range. It's very nice. And I believe it's also safe. It saves by 16, but he's in laydown, so you can't really get launch punish. And a lot of people don't understand that. But he still can get hit. He can still get hit. You can still hit him out with the low. But you have to understand his hurt box, like where he's lower down, a lot of those don't hit him as you expect. So you got to find certain moves that your character has to hit him off the ground. But it does put him at a disadvantage. You got to understand that. But it's good. The only time you ever use this move is that you want to clear out space and you want to play neutral. Because it's also a screw. You see that green box right there? It's also a screw. So if your opponent did something in the air, they can screw that. But also, it also just does good damage. It's 25 and you're +4. And it gives you space too. Look how much space it gives me. 2.4, which is pretty good. And as I said, the only time you're ever going to be using this... Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so you go into Snake, and you're also lay down. Remember that. You can keep doing it if you want. All day. Every day. Because it's good in its own way. So that's an easy combo. That's very simple. 54 damage. Because a lot of people don't expect Snake 3. It launches, you can't really do much, but the only move that can hit from that launcher is 4+3. I mean, 4-3. And the brackets on that move, it means you gotta do it fast. Alright. So, but anyways, continuing on. It's the only time you're gonna be using that move. But it's always something there. Alright. Oh shit, I'm bad. YouTube curse. Yeah, so this is lift up cannon. You'd be surprised at how many people fall for this. So that's the thing you could do. It's the same thing. It lifts them up. It just adds more to Snake 3, which is a launcher. And also, if you do 4-4, he goes into laydown. That's it. And that's the cool about this. So I'm pretty sure it's a true combo. No, wrong one. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, the first hits is true. But the second and third hit are safe, if that makes sense. And it gives you a lot of pushback. Which is right there. I mean, not a lot of pushback, but it still gives you, like, some space at least. Lei can still be hit, so just be careful. Alright, continuing on. Yeah, I'm just making this, like, I'm just going along every move. So you guys can understand at least what Lei has and what you can do with these moves. And when to use them. Continuing on. Alright. this move, alright, 1 plus 2, 1, is, how can I put it? It's useful, but you don't want to be putting it out. I would say only use this as a whiff punish. If you know your opponent's going to be pressing buttons, it doesn't have that great range, so just be careful. Because the first hit is counter-hittable. What I mean by that, it knocks them out. Knocks them up. So you can go for a combo. So you can do like this. And just create a combo like that. It is safe, if I remember correctly. So the first hit is -7. And the third hit is -3. But you lose your turn and you're on your backside. So you have to remember that. But that's where mind games come in. And the reason why we'll talk about that is backstep. Because backstep, when he turns his back, he has a lot of moves at his disposal that he can create a setup for himself. So don't be fooled by it, but you have to understand that it is risky and you're taking a risk. But first hit is counter-hittable, and the first hit can go into back turn, and the second hit, you go into back turn. I believe it is true. Yeah, it is a true combo. So the first hits will always sit together. So just remember that. Alright. So this creates Oki. So you remember that 1 plus 2 and 1 are both highs. First hit is counter-hittable. But if you do 1 plus 2, 2, it's a mid. And is -10. But the thing about this move... Oh, wrong one. No! Is that it launches. That's a counter hit. So this is like it's a low risk, but high reward in a way. Because you know your opponent is going to be pressing buttons. You can do that. You'll be at -10, so you'll take like a 10 frame punish. But you're not really risking as much. It is also a mid too, so remember that. So I will only use it if you know that your opponent is going to be pressing buttons and you know you want to take the low risk. Like trying to test out your opponent. Alright, continuing on. Alright, Late Night Brawl. So this is a new move that Lei got in Season 4. Because he had a hard time with 12 frame punishes. Like he really did. Like he didn't really have any, I believe. Like the only 12 frame that you had was Razor Rush. But now he has his new move, which is 4-2-4. This move is pretty good. It's pretty good. You're +3 on hit, and you're +4 on the second hit. So it's still kind of your turn. So you have to remember that. But this is a good 12 frame punish. Good 12 frame punish. Will always leave you at back turn. It's 29 damage. It's very decent. Very decent. It has good range, and it puts you at back turn. But the thing about this you have to understand is that I use this for pokes because I know that my opponent is going to be pressing buttons. And I just want to keep that space. But at the same time, you have to remember it is -8. So you lose your turn. So that's where the mind games is. Because with Lei, you're going to have people who are going to be like, oh yeah, I know Lei wants to do Tiger. I know Lei wants to do this. I know Lei wants to do that. Like, you have to mix it up. You have to play with your opponent. Mess up the rhythm. So, just be careful. Alright? But the thing about this move, you have to understand, is that the second hit's a high, and you're -7. So that's going to put you at a disadvantage. But that's also where the mind games come in. And we will talk about that. But yeah, this is your 12 frame Punisher, and this will be your best friend. Trust me, it's very good. Use it. It's very important. Oh, also... Oh, wrong one. It screws. So, just remember that. Continuing on, Howling Dog Rush. This move is very high risk, high reward. That's all I'm saying. So, Howling Dog Rush 4-3-1-2 is risky, very risky to a player, to an opponent who knows how to play against Lei. So only use this move if, one, your opponent doesn't know how to defend against it. Two, it for reaching like characters who have moves like Demon Fist, or not Demon Fist. Well, yeah, or Death Fist. Yeah, like Paul, because Paul has Death Fist and it's launch punishable, but it has so much knockback you can't punish it. So only use this to punish far away moves, if that makes sense. It's like Demon Hunter from Heihachi, from Asuka, Death Fist for Paul. Like those are simple moves that you can use this move to punish. The first two hits are true, always. Oh, wrong one. So the first two hits are always true. Second hit's not true. So the first two hits will always hit. It does good damage. You're at +8, and it gives you 32. But you have to understand, the thing about that is great weakness is that the first hit is -12. It's always -12. It has good range, and you're also going to be taking a risk. So what I mean by that, it is -12, but the second hit is a high. It's -3, but a lot of good players will duck the high and launch your ass. It is very simple. All right, so you don't want to be throwing this out against a really good player who understands how to play against Lei. And this is I would say one of his panic moves. So don't be using this if you know your opponent's going to be using it against you. All right, but the thing about Howling Dog Rush, it launches. It launches. Very nice, very nice. It's a medium, high, medium. Not a medium. It's a middle. It's a mid, high, mid. And you'll be surprised how many people like will fall against this, like will fall for this. And the cool thing about this move is that you can delay each hit. See that? That was delaying it. This is the fast version. That's the delayed version. So that's what I also mean, that you can also delay each hit and mess up the rhythm of your opponent. So use this at your discretion. If you want it, it's a high risk, high reward, because it also launches. But the thing you can do with this is that you can do a combo. So if you got the whole launcher, this is free 74 damage. 77, my bad. So the probability of that actually happening is not very high. But if you get it somehow, just do it, the whole thing. It's 77 free damage. It's easy. But also, the first two hits are going to be your main staple combo for your bread and butters. All right. So only use Howling Dog Rush for punishment. Same thing as testing your opponent, how much knowledge do they have. Because if the opponent doesn't know that this is -1, and the second hit's high, and the first hit's -12, then just keep using it. Like any other move, if your opponent doesn't know how to defend against it, just keep using it. But I would say use this with caution. Use this with caution. Alright, continuing on. Alright, so you need to understand that certain strings that Lei has. Alright? It hits hard. But there's a special thing about this string. The first hit counter hits. It hits hard. So it's a slow high. Alright? You're +3. Counter hits. You're +49. And the thing about this you have to understand is that it's a high, but it's also -12 on block. But a lot of people don't punish that though. So just be careful. So this also gives you the chance to keep using the string. And then we're going to talk about Razor Rush and reason why it's so good. But yeah, so this string you gotta get used to. Don't forget about this counter hit. It's very important. And it's all mids. Okay. And the low, the last hit 3 is on counter hit. So I will show you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you are. Oh, did I have it on? Okay. Oh no. Now I'm not doing the string. I'm bad. No! Please! Don't make me a fool out of me. Yeah, second hit will... I mean, not the second hit. The last hit will counter hit. But it's unsafe, so just remember that. It's minus 17, it's launch punishable. Anyway. Continuing on. But yeah, just remember 4-4, it's unsafe, it's a high, but a lot of people don't understand that this crouches under highs, I believe. It crouches highs. And it's on counter hit. So always try to mix up your opponent. Alright, same string, same thing, but it's a mid kick. And that's the safer version. Safer version. Right there. And it's also like safe, if I remember correctly. -9, yeah. You're -9, you're still safe. You're not gonna get punished. So you just have to be careful, trying to mix up your opponent. But also, if they know how to defend, battle against you, just try not to use panic moves or strings that they know they can deal with. But the also cool thing about this string is that you can go into crane at the end of the hit. So if you know your opponent is going to be doing something or trying to sidestep you, you can go into crane. And the thing about crane is they hit a low, they use a low, it will automatically parry it. Same thing with Ana, same thing with Leroy. But we'll get into that. And we're going to talk about stance changes, which is very important. And you need to understand that you can get punished for it very easily. Anyway, continuing on. Alright. Forward 1+2. Alright. It's high. You're safe. If you hold forward, you go in and panther. So there's a switch. There's like a double-edged sword. So if you use forward 1+2, you're +4. Okay? Don't be careful, try not to whiff this. Alright? Because if you whiff it, you're gonna be launch punishable. But if you just do it by itself, you're +4. Just give some space a little bit. It's a good move, but use it with caution because they're both highs. But if you hold forward, you're going to Panther. Alright? Panther is very scary. It's literally a 50-50. Same thing with Tiger. But yeah, Twin Snakes, you hold forward after this move and you go into Panther. So, just remember that. Alright, Dancing Cobra. This is it. It's down 4-1 to 13 frame, -4. Not that bad. It has decent range. Like, decent. That's why I say decent. It's not good compared to like Heihachi or like other characters that have a really good down 4. His is very decent. Not that great. But it's just there. It's I would say only uses at the wall for the string itself. But it creates Oki for you. So it creates Oki if you do get the full string. The first 2 hits are a true combo. So this is your 13 frame Punisher. If you want to use that. But you're not going to be using that. Like, your best option is 4-2-4 because that has better range compared to down 4-1-1-1. But say like they get hit, you can use this to knock down balconies because it will continue if your opponent hits the wall. But you'll be surprised how many people fall for it. Anyway, the last hit is -10, so you're not really risking much. And a lot of people don't punish this. You'd be surprised. It creates setup. Just remember Okizeme. So just be careful when using this. Also, the second hit is a high. So if you know your opponent is going to be ducking and they know his moveset very well, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just use the first hit. And you're going to trick your opponent because they're like, I'm not going to duck anymore. I'll just block. Because they're going to catch me crouching. Because the first hit's a mid and the second hit's a high. So they can duck under it. But mids hit crouching opponents, so just remember. And you're +7. So use that at your advantage. Alright, continue on. Down forward 2. Down forward 2 is very important for Lei. Because you're going to be using this move to catch and continue combos. But it has great range. Like 2. Yeah, 2.1. Okay, 2.0. But yeah, it's a pretty good down forward too. It has good range. So what I mean by that, like, we're gonna go ahead and talk about these things. So there's a combo with Drunken Fist that you can do, and you can pick him up. His down forward 2 is good because it picks up almost laying down opponents if you knock him down. So that combo string that I showed you is very specific if you want to use it. But yeah, down forward 2 is going to be your best friend. Alright, so also if you hold 4, you go into snake stance. But yeah, it's a good whiff punisher. Comes out 15 frames. Very nice. Oh, yeah. You're safe, so you can just throw it out if you want to. But you'll lose your turn, so just remember that. But it's your launcher. Basic, very simple launcher, but it's really good though. Alright, continuing on. Spinning sidekick. It's a mid, comes out pretty slow. It tracks both sides. It will hit your opponent if they try to sidestep. So use it with caution. That's all I'm saying. It's just slow. That's like the only weakness it has. But it's -10. It has good pushback. You'd be surprised. Like, not many moves can punish it. But just it's just -10. Only use this if you know your opponent's going to be like sidestepping and such. I usually do this when I use this move to create some space. But that's pretty much it. And also if you get the hit, Lei does like this weird animation. He's like, hiya, and all that good stuff. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, it tracks. It does decent damage. 27. So that's good damage. But it's -10, so just be careful. Alright, Tiger Fang. This move is you're gonna be saying this is mostly gonna be using for setup. So you're -4. That's one of the big reasons. You're -4 if you don't hold 4. But if you hold 4, you're +3. And you go into Tiger, which is probably Lei's most dangerous and powerful stance that he has. So just remember that. Alright, the reason why I say it's for setup... Oh, wrong one. So you set up Okizeme right there. Now they have to guess and what you're going to be doing next. So only uses at the end of a combo, or you can use it in front. But just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Because it's neutral if you hold 4, but by itself you lose your turn and you're crouching, which is the bad thing. And plus, but you also leave your opponent crouching too. So just use this with caution. So it's good in its own way, but use it at the end of a combo. And say like you don't want to like do this like 3+4 to go into stance into Tiger. You can just use this and just gain some distance and go into Tiger. Because it has a little range. It has a little range. You'd be surprised. Like, there's many ways to go into his stances. Like, this is one way to go in Tiger. Sidestep 1 goes into Tiger. Like, he has different ways to go into Tiger. Just beside from 3+4, 3. If I can get into it. There you go. So just be careful on that. Alright. Down 2-2. This is it is interesting. It's a mid. the first hit is -3, and the last hit is -10. So you have to be careful on how you're going to be using this. This is low risk, but medium reward, if that makes sense. The reason why I say medium reward, if you get the full hit, you set up for Okazemi. So you're going to set up Oki for yourself, which is nice. That's great. That's what you want to do. But sometimes the opponents don't know that it can be punished. So if you know that they're not going to punish it, just try to keep using it, but be cautious of it. I'm pretty sure it is true. No, it's not. So the first hit leaves your opponent crouching. Just remember. Not many late players use this move, but it has its purpose. The first hit is +4, so you try to use that to your advantage. You'd be surprised on what you can do. Oh. And the second hit, there's a difference, and we're going to talk about it because this is important to Drunken stance too. Look at the difference on range if I just get it normally. If I did it normally, Leia goes this far. But if the last hit hits on counter hit, look how much farther in range Leia goes. Almost double the amount. So this creates a space for you to go in a stance like Tiger, play with them, like I'm gonna try to do something, or I'm gonna side switch, etc. Like this gives you opportunity to either one, hold on. You get 2 free sips, and and that's very important because there's 2 stances. Well, there's a couple things you can do to Lei, because Lei is one of the other characters that can heal himself from Phoenix, from Drunken, from taunts, etc. Like he's one of probably the only characters that can heal himself, and this is really important in distance-wise. We'll talk about it. Reason why that is important. So just remember, so it does have a purpose. It's just there. It does good damage. It's 18 frames, comes out at 18 frames. Just remember, it has its purpose. All right. This is your poking. All right. This is your poking. This is like probably one of the best ways you're going to get it. It's like the best things you're going to get. So down 1, you're neutral. It comes out fast. It's really good. The thing about it, where is it? Is that it's -12, and it's a low. But the second hit is -15. It is launch punishable. So just remember, you'd be surprised not many people punish that at all. Like no one punishes this shit. But you have to understand, just be careful not to be spamming all of this. It is a good low. It's probably one of his best pokés that Lei has. So use it with caution. But the reason why it's important is because it goes into 2 different stances. I can't even talk today. So if the first hit hits or is blocked and you hold down, you go into snake stance. But you're -13, so you be careful. And if you hold 4 on the last hit, you go into Drunken. And he does this weird animation where he goes around and does a twist. So that's 2 different ways you can go into a stance. Anyway, continuing on. But yeah, this is gonna be your main poking. And if you hit, you're -1 and you can go into a snake stance. Nothing really important, just know it's for poking and you can go into snake stance or Drunken. Sorry, my nose is itchy, my apologies. Alright, continuing on. Alright, coil snake or sitting snake for some. This is a low, it's +8. But why is it kind of important? Well, he can pretty much crush ice with this move. You'd be surprised. I usually use this to set up, like, for instance, to set up Oki, but I usually use this at the wall. So now they have to guess. So why is it important? Well, it's a low, it's +8. But the bad thing about this move, where is it? Down back 1, it's -3, but he still is low. It's a slow low, so you're not really gonna get as punished, but the thing about this move is that you can't guard. You can't move at all. That's the thing about Lei you have to understand. Like, certain stances will put him at a disadvantage. Like, a high risk, high reward. That's the best way I can put it. But the reason why this stance is kind of important, but also dangerous, is that he goes into a different stance, which is Sidewind or Play Dead. I forgot what it's called. But he lays down. He goes into a different stance. But if you press 4, you can knock him down, sweep him down, and you get a combo. And remember what we talked about down 4-2 picking up? That's the reason why. And we want to do that. So this is like also a 50-50 too. So you can go for a mid, which is 1 or 4, either or. That's it. That's pretty much it. So this doesn't have much variety, but it's simple, and you can really confuse the opponent if so. And the thing about it, just be careful. So if you do 1, you're -10. If you do 4, you are launch punishable, you're -29, so that's launch punishable. Just use it. I use it when at the end of the wall. If I want to set up for Oki. Anyway, soon on. Alright, race spin. Why? Oh my, this is one of his panic moves. The most panicky of panicky moves. Alright, so the first hit, a race spin, is -26. So be careful. So if you only do the first hit, it just sweeps. It does the clean hit. If you hold 4 while doing down back 4 and then hold 4, you go into Drunken. And why is it important? Well, you can get a combo after it. Very simple. It's not that hard, but you lose the tracking. The tracking is what is important. Very important. If you do the full thing, just down back 4-4. You get the tracking and you get the sweep. You'd be surprised. People fall for this. But this is a panic move within itself because it is very launch punishable on the first hit. But if you get it, you can set up for Oki if you want. And sometimes your opponent might do my low kick, mid kick. Like, there's a lot of things your opponent can do. But for the clean hit, if you do the clean hit, you lose your tracking. But you can go into a little bit more damage and go into Drunken Fist and set up for Oki itself. So that's one combo that you can do. You don't have to. Or you can really just set up for Drunken Fist. But yeah. It's kind of like a hell sweep, not as fast as like a hell sweep. But it's important for Lei. This is one of his main moves that he has. But it is also panicky. So just be careful when using this, or you will get launched, and it will hurt. And continue on. Alright. What you doing? Alright, Orchid Palm. This is good. This is a good move, in my opinion at least. It has slow recovery, which is the problem. But it creates Okazemi for you. So you want that, right? The only thing I would say is that this may look like a high, but it's a mid, and it's -12, which is the only problem. But the thing about this move is that it goes back, and then it hits. So it can definitely whip some of your opponent's move, if you time it right. So if you get counter hit, you go farther. As you can, it's not much of a difference, but it's a little bit. It's just a tad, little bit. So there is distance. And so we're at 5.3. Okay, 5.3. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I did the counter hit. 4.0. So you're getting like an extra point of distance, which is good. You can set up. You can set up for, Tiger or Crane, like anything, honestly. It really depends on you. But yeah, just use it with caution, but use it as a whiff punish. Not a whiff punisher. If you know your opponent's going to be pressing buttons, this is like your get out of jail free card. Like, it saves lives, trust me. But not many people use it. It's very important. Just understand that it does have weakness. It's slow on recovery, so you will get launch punish, and it's minus 12. Alright, Mule Kick. So, Mule Kick is interesting. What you doing, kid? Okay. Anyway, Mule Kick's interesting. It's a mid, you're +8, and it knocks down. Alright. So you can set up if you want. This is a setup within itself. So you're +8. Alright, nothing on counter hit, just to show you guys. But the thing about it, it's launch punishable. But not many people can be launch punished. Not many people can punish them on that, just because it's launch punishable. But the thing I will say, don't be using this move for like characters that can grab you on the ground. So like both Armor King and King players. Okay. Both Armor King and King and Marduk. Don't use this move because this will put you at a disadvantage. You don't want to just die because they can grab you and your life will end. But use it for like characters that don't really have a grab, that you can grab you from the ground, and you know they don't know how to punish it. It's there if you want it. It's like your big mix of tools. It's just there. But you don't like leave it out of like your main use of Lei. All right, continuing on. So Deceiving Swallow. So this is a high mid. So this is your screw launcher, which is pretty good. It's fine. It launches. It's there. Thing about it is that you can delay it and go into stance. So here's the fast version. And it creates an Okazemi for you if you want. So that's a delayed version. Alright? So it has its perks. Just be careful on block. Your mindset on the first hit. Second hit, it's a high, you're -9. So you're technically safe, but they can duck that second hit if they know how to defend against it. But this is not the reason why this move is good, this string is good. The reason why it's good, because it goes to the dragon. Dragon is also very dangerous for your opponent. And it can go into many things. It has a throw. Strings that goes into different stances. So you can really mess up an opponent. So this is one way to go into dragon if you really need to get into dragon. I use this a lot and just play with my opponent and go into combo strings that can really mess up and turn the tide of a game. But yeah, so back to hold forward and you go into dragon stance. Alright? Very important. Remember that. Alright. Back 4-1. Not really much. It's a low high. You go into back turn if you hold back. So if you do back 4, hold back, you go into back turn, which is nice. It's nice. On counter hit though, you're +9. You're +9. It's a low, it's there. And it can be useful depending how you play Lei. Second hit is -10. It can be ducked, just remember that, alright? But it's also a screw. So like that. Very simple. You can add certain things to it. But other than that, that's all it does. Just remember that you can go into back turn if you hold back. And the first hit, if you hit the low, you're +9. You can also go into grab if you want. Cannonball. Cannonball, dude. Back 1+2. Very, I wouldn't say very important, but it's kind of important. It's a mid, you're +9. But why is it good? It's the counter hit that's good. So, if they got it, they're going to have to guess. So you can probably sneak in a good hit or two, but there's two different cannonballs. There's regular cannonball, and then there's Drunken cannonball. Which one's better? Well, we will get into that. So, regular cannonball, You're plus and minus. It's so weird, but you're usually minus, so you're technically safe. This crushes highs because he's going low. You'd be surprised. Farce. But it's there. So you're +1 at tip. And -1. Like, it has weird frames. But it's a safe move if you want to create pressure. So it's there. It's good. It's nice. Counter hit just gives you that extra frame so you can still apply pressure. Alright. Yeah, there is another cannonball version. Which is that the Drunken Fist cannonball is better because it gives you a free combo. And I believe you're still technically safe. So either or, I would say Drunken Fist cannonball. Oh, wrong one. Very simple, very easy, not that hard. But we'll talk about Drunken. His Drunken Fist stance has a lot to cover, and it's very important for late. Anyway, but yeah, cannonball is very important. Back 1+2. All right, sidekick. This is important for late. You're gonna be using this at end of combos, at the wall. All right, at the wall. So might as well talk about the wall, his wall combos. This is his basic wall combo. That's very basic. Very good damage, and that's what you're going to be doing. Nothing really hard or difficult. That is just how it is. So, it creates space. It doesn't really hit hard, but you can set it up. You can set it for Oki, and you use it at the end of the wall. So why is it good? Well, so say like you hit the wall, you do Howling Dog. If you hold forward, you go into crane stance. If you hold back, oh shit, you go into Phoenix. So you have two different variations. So this is a basic wall combo. If I can get it. Oh, wrong one. Okay, that didn't go out. But anyway, so you'll do your combo to hit the wall, go into crane, and do 4. Because they can't really block it. Usually the opponent's not going to block that. But just be careful. Crane 4 is launch punishable. But if you hit it, you're +10. Anyway, point being. So that's your basic setup. Right there. So getting a little bit extra damage. Nothing really difficult. Very simple. But yeah, sidekick is the point. It can be a good whip punisher. You'd be surprised. People will try to do something and try to hit you out of it. Also, it is, forgot to mention this, it is -18, but it's the same thing like Death Fist or Demon Hunter. You can't get really launched from it. Unless certain characters who can launch it, which I believe Lei can do it because of 443. But it's just one of those moves that you can't really launch it. You're just gonna need you have to use a move or shrink just to punish him on it. So yeah, use this with caution, I would say. So hold forward, go into crane, and hold back, go into Phoenix. Very simple, very easy, not that hard. And use it at the end of the wall combo. All right. All right. So Lei has, I would say, an interesting kit because he can cover a lot of ground. So if you do 1+2, you go into a jump. So he just does a barrel roll. Very simple, very easy, not that hard. All right, it's very good. It's not very good. It's good if you know your opponent's not going to be doing anything. And there's two versions of this. So we have the low for an automatic combo. So there's that if you really want to. Or you just want to, cover some ground. So you'll cover about 3 meters. About 3 meters. So pouncing tiger sweep, if you know your opponent's going to be, this is also launch punishable if they block it. -11, my apologies. Look, it's been a long time, so just be careful. But you are back turn, so just that's like the only thing I would say that it's gonna affect you. So continuing on. So pouncing cannonball. Same thing with cannonball, but this one's different. On natural hit, you get, and it's a wall bounce. So you can set up for a combo if you really want to. But the thing about it, oh shit, you're -8, so you're still safe. You're technically safe. Just be careful. It can be sidestep. It doesn't have really that much good of tracking, but it is a wall bounce, and you can use it if you know your opponent is not gonna really do anything. But it is -8. But on natural hit, at wall, the wall bounces. Very nice. Very nice. So, and you want to create a setup right there, that's fine. Also, I believe on counter hit, yeah, you gain a little bit extra distance. Remember, because some of Lei's moves will create distance, like with Orchid Palm on counter hit, creates a little bit more distance. Same thing with this this move, up 1+2, 1+2. If the second hit hits or his cannonball, you get more distance, just a tad, just not much, but a little bit. And you can set up. You can go into stance, you can go into Drunken. I mean Phoenix into Drunken, and then zip if you want, or just create setups. Or you can lay down, whatever you want. Set up, do what you want. Continuing on, Sonic Strike. This move doesn't really have a purpose unless for combos. It has range. You'd be surprised how many people fall for this. So like 2.5. 2.5, around that area. It's just there, like one combo, if I remember correctly. Is that pretty much? It's just more for combo. You can't really go anything. It's a high. I think it's safe, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's -3. And on counter hit, nothing. Not much. But yeah, just use it with caution. If you want to just cover space and you know they're not going to be doing anything, you can use that. Just be careful. It is a high, so they can duck under it and launch you. Continuing on. Falling Tree. This move is probably one of my favorite moves, only because it goes into laydown stance. Very important for Lei, and I would believe that you should use this when you can. Doesn't have nothing on counter hit. The thing about Falling Tree is that you can extend it, so you can go forward, do neutral, or go back a little bit. Either or. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It's a mid, it's not a high. Just remember that. You can do for setup. Like it really depends on you. You'd be surprised how many people fall for it. But I would say this is one of his important moves because you can gain some extra damage. It hits low. If I can. See? It hits Leo's toes. You want the feet pics. That's important. You're asking for OnlyFans, but it hits low. Just because it's a mid, it still hits low. Regardless. Regardless. All the time, every time. Is it safe? I gotta stop doing that. It's not, but you can still hit him out of it. Like, he is in the air. So you can jab him out of it if you catch him. But Falling Tree is important because you also go into a different stance. It's also very important. Alright, continuing on. Hopping Crane Kick. So Lei has 2 different hop kicks variations. This one up forward 3 goes into crane all the time. On counter hit, it launches. So that's the cool thing about it. And remember, crane stance, the low will always, if your opponent uses a low move, crane will automatically launch him. That's just how it is. That's just how Lei is. Okay? So only use this if you want to create a setup and you know you're going to get a hit out of it. But it's minus 2, which is the cool thing about it. And it's a mid. It's not a high, it's a mid. Alright? So he also has hop kick. It's minus 13. It's like his panic move right here. I wouldn't really recommend this unless you know your opponent's going to press a button. But crane kick is going to be very important. This move right here. So just, it's safe and it's gives you a launcher on counter. It does decent damage too. Which is plus 11, which is nice. It's very nice. Continuing on. Oh yeah, ostrich kick, it's just a hop kick. Nothing simple, minus 13. Nothing really different. It's just a regular ass hop kick. But yeah. Anyway, alright, so comic kick. Oh my gosh. This is a cheap move. One of Lei's cheap moves, that I would say. You'd be surprised. This has fucking distance. So we're at like 4.0, right? It still hits, regardless. And if you do get the hit, get a combo. Simple. Not that hard. Crazy. I believe it's unsafe, I think. No. Oh, no. There's a reason why I said it was unsafe. The reason why is because you are back turn. But you're at minus 1, so it kind of defeats the purpose of you being unsafe. But just be careful. You only use this for whip punishing, and if you know that your opponent is going to be pressing buttons. And for setup, too. Which is fine. So it's a good move. Alright, let's talk about Razor Rush. Razor Rush is probably one of the most important strings that Lei has. It is a cheap string, a very cheap string, and we'll get to the reason why. So for neutral, so the star is basically neutral. You go back to neutral state for whatever you use for analog or D-pad. So if I just press forward, as you can see, like right down there, if I just press forward, he goes into this. Like, he goes into that. So, and that's important. Because you know, that's how you go into Razor Rush. Alright, so Razor Rush. So for neutral, the first hit is minus 2. Second hit, minus 12. Minus 12 again on the third hit, and the last hit of Razor Rush string is minus 14. You can add 3, which is the low, or you can add 4, which is the mid kick, and it's safe. But the thing about Razor Rush, why is it cheap? Is because you can delay it. See? This is the fast version. That's the delayed version. But why is this dangerous? As you can tell, if I just do 4 neutral into 1, and then go sidestep with it, I can go into stance. So use this only to go into stance. If you hit, if it hits. Because the reason why I say that, if they are blocking and you go into stance, you're going to get punished. Because you can't do nothing. You're such at a disadvantage. Look. You're minus 11. You can get punished for that. Right there. Just for sidestepping into stance. Same thing with Dragon. 3 hits. Panther goes to negative 11. If they are blocking. Tiger 13. You'll be very surprised. And you can hop kick them out of it too. You'd be very surprised. But this is not what it makes it dangerous. As I said, the late hits is what you mess up your opponent. So try not to, like, if your opponent is blocking, try to be careful. If your opponent is not blocking, go into stances and shit. That's what's gonna make him, like, very important, very powerful. That's what makes Lei like a dangerous character to play against. So let's talk about how many times you go for each hit you go into stance. So if you do forward neutral, 1 hit, you go into snake. 2 hits, go to dragon. 3 hits, go into panther. 4 hits, you go into tiger. Remember these. So it's snake, dragon, panther, tiger, and then you have your low kicks, which is there. Remember, you can delay the hits. You can delay the hits. So use that to your advantage. And also, remember, you can go into crane. So that's very important for Razor Rush. Use this a lot if you can. Just be careful. If they are blocking your hits, try not to go in a stance. You will get punished for it if the opponent knows how to punish it. Anyway. Defense breaker. So same thing as Razor Rush, except you do too. Why is this good? Well, there's a really cool trick about this string specifically. If your opponent likes to guard a lot, you can use this specific string. Like that. You go into back turn, and you get +5. It's very nice. It's very nice. You'd be surprised. But so the second hit, the first hit, you're +2. Okay? Remember, first hit, you're +2, which is nice. It's great. Good. It's still your turn. The third hit is -17, so you're launch punishable. Second hit, you're neutral. So just remember that. Alright, forfeit, you're +5. So just be careful if the third hit is launch punishable. Everything else is safe. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And the third hit launches. But I can't really show it specifically because it's really weird. But the third hit launches. Third hit launches. So third hit's a launcher. And second hit's neutral. First hit is +2. But it only uses if your opponent likes to guard. It's just trying to open them up. Like you're forcing them to not to play your game. Oh yeah, also. Before I forget. Lei has a magic 4. Okay, I need to stop doing this. Counter hit, thank you. So you can actually hit this because of this string. Because the first hit has range. So usually for Magic 4, there's not really much you can do to combo into it. Only for neutral. Because it comes out at 12 frames and it has good range. Compared to Razor Rush, it doesn't really. But for neutral 2 has good range and it's a high. So just remember that. Remember that. So if I can pull this off. So you can hit him. You can hit him out of there. Like, get it. Yeah. So you can continue for like up to 3 hits. So that's one of the other ways you can use Lei's Magic 4 and then try to get a combo after it. It's pretty tight. The timing is very tight. Very, very, very tight. But you should be able to get it. Anyway, continuing on. Alright, spinning lover's kick. It's like a screw, you're +16, and he goes into back turn. Doesn't really have good range. It's a high. And if I remember correctly, should be safe. Yeah, you're +5. But it leaves you at back turn. Or +6, depending on whatever the hell it makes up its mind to. So you're +5, +6. So it's still your turn, and you're at back turn. So your opponent has to guess. Am I going to go low? Am I going to go mid? Or am I going to go for a grab? So you got low, mid, high. Either or. So just, it's a good move. Not many people use it. It's just there. But it's a good move to have. It's safe, it does decent damage, and it screws. It's right there. And it's setups too. So that's 4 good things just for this move. So be careful, I would say. Abuse this move if you can. But the only weakness I would say is just the high. They can crouch it. So, same thing like Lucky Chloe. She has, while running 3, which is one of her best moves, you're like +5, +6. So you can create pressure. Same thing with Dragunov. If you, while running 2, you can get plus frames on it. And it's still your turn. So try to use this move. It's good. It's pretty fast. Comes out 15. So this is 3. And that's the 15th frame. So it is good. All right, Wolf Strike. So you need to get comfortable with just pressing forward and then going neutral. After a while, you should be fine. But Wolf Strike, this is an important string. You need to understand this. So the first 2 hits, if you hold 4, you go into Tiger. So you have 3 ways to go into Tiger. 4 ways. 4 ways. So you have down 4, 1 + 2. Into 4, go to Tiger. Sidestep 1. Oh. Go into stance if you want. Oh, if I can get it. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. There you go. So you go into Tiger if you want. And now you got another way. So 4 different ways to go into Tiger. So you know, 4 neutral into 4, 1. And you go into Tiger. So this is not why this string is dangerous. This is dangerous because it goes into 3 stances. And it does a lot of good damage. So if you complete the whole string, that's 63 damage. But you're -1. But that's not what makes it dangerous. So if you do 4 neutral, 4, 1. And hold 4, you're +3, and you go into Tiger. If you hold 4 on the 4th hit, you go into Dragon. That's the only way. So the second hit of this string, you go into Tiger. 4th hit, Dragon. 5th hit, Panther. So that's 3 stances. 3 stances. So Tiger Stance, you're +3 if you go into it. +7 if you go into Dragon. Oh shit. And +3 for Panther. So your best option, you want to really mix up your opponent. They have to know, like, all right, this specific string, he can go into these 3 strings. I mean, these 3 stances. So those are things you can do specifically. It's important. Learn this string. It's very important. But there's also a reason why it's good. Okay. Go here, go here, go here, go here. There's a reason why. And he has a setup for this. Right there. That's a setup right there. You can use this at the wall. You can go into Tiger, and then if you have Rage, go into your Rage Drive. So remember, oh yeah, all his stances, his basic 5 stances, Snake, Dragon, Panther, Crane, and Tiger have a Rage Drive. Just remember that. Anyway, continuing on. Do this. And if you want, like, it's dangerous. This specific string is dangerous at the wall. I mean, you have so many options, honestly. But yeah, learn this string. This is important. Okay? Alright. Very important. Okay? This is going to be important for you guys to understand. Alright, 4 neutral. This is the rush combo. If you're at the wall and this all hits, probability it won't hit all the time. Like all the hits won't hit if their opponent's blocking. But for some reason, you got the wall hit. They're gonna have to guess. But yeah, he has 2 different variations for it. It's there to mix up your opponent. So if they know you're gonna be doing this a lot, mix it up. It hits hard. It hits hard. But yeah, it's there if you want it. Can't really go into stance if I don't think so. You can, but learn these strings. Learn them. They're very important to your game, especially as a late player and at the wall. Okay, we're not even fucking close to being done with this guy. All right, Molly Dragon 442. This is armored. It screws, but it's minus 12 or 13 if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's minus 12, so you can get punished. Just remember that. It launches, not that very difficult, but it's just minus 12. That's all it is. Armored, it screws, it's minus 12, it's a mid, and that's it. That's all it does. Alright, Reverse Lotus. Oh man, dude. This move. So, Lei is probably one of the only characters that has a 16 frame launcher, and the reason why it's so good is it launches, and you can just launch out of an opponent if they whiff. So say like Leia whiffs, I can go into a launcher and then do a combo. Very simple, right? But the thing about it, there's a problem. If you don't hold back, you're minus 14. But if you hold back, you're minus 8. So you're also taking a high risk, high reward type of status. But it also has a string towards it. Loading Lotus, it's a mid-high. And it's minus 13. People forget to punish this. And it's a high too. You'd be very, very surprised. Same thing with like Howling Dog. It's a mid-high. Mid-high. Very punishable. Don't let late players get away with this. But be very careful. And if you know that your opponent is very smart on the matchup, just only use this as to whip punish them. That is it. That is it. And you can also while running and do it at the same time. So it's good in its own way as a launcher and a whip punisher, but that's probably it. But if you want to hold back, that's all it's good for. But yeah, just keep it. Remember, this is a very good move, but also a high risk move. Very good, very damaging and punishing for yourself. All right, continuing on. Turbulent Winds. That's all it is. This is all it is. You can use it as a combo. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's other ways you can use this string specifically to make it useful, but it's decent. It's not that great. And the reason why I say it's not that great is because they're both highs. It is both highs. That's the only problem with this string, that it's just both highs. Alright, so, but the cool thing about it is that you can go into crane if you hold forward after the first hit. I mean, second hit. So your opponent has to guess. And if you hold back, you go into Phoenix. Excuse me. So, complete the string, hold forward, go to crane. Hold back, go into Phoenix. Very simple, it screws. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so Dragon Whip, 4/4, 3+4. This has range. It is safe. You're +2, and you go into stance. So say like you whip. You go back to stance. And it creates a lot of distance. I use this a lot, actually, in how I play Lei. It's kind of good. It's a mid. You're safe. Just be careful. Be careful, because it does put you at a disadvantage because you're laying down. But other than that, you'd be surprised. People will get hit by this a lot. It has a lot of pushback. Not that bad. And I'm pretty sure, yeah. So anytime it hits, Lei will do a backflip, and then you can set it for Oki at the wall. Very good. Very nice. Alright, Tiger Swat. This move is plus 12, but the cool thing about it not that. Cool thing about this move, specifically, is that it's probably one of his best moves that he has. It can be sidestep. It can be sidestep, but it is plus 8, and that is so good. It's so damn good. Very important. Just be careful. So kind of like Dragunov, only like use it to create pressure. But the thing about it, you're in the air. Just be careful. That's probably like the only weakness. Okay, 2 weaknesses. It can be sidestep, and you're in the air, so you can get punched out of it, jabbed out of it. But pretty good. All right. 14 frame Punisher. You're plus 4. While raising 2-1. Pretty good. Pretty decent. Not that hard. 30 damage. Good damage. On block, first hit is safe, minus 5. And second hit is minus 9. So pretty good. Like you can just throw it out if you really want to. But you lose your turn, but it's a good 14 frame Punisher. Very nice. Very nice. Oh yeah. So Lei has a different launcher. He has that. So while rising 3 plus 4. But the thing that's bad about this move is that it comes out at 16 frames and it's launch punishable. People forget to launch this. Like if you ever see anyone or a Lei player use this move, be careful. Like if you're facing a good player who knows how to punish Lei like everywhere, don't be using this just randomly. Only use it when you know it's launch punishable. When you get the launch, that is probably it. But he has a different launcher while rising 3 plus 4. Not that bad. Very easy. All right. Ballroom Dance. Ballroom Dance is important. It's an important change because this is kind of like down 4-2. It picks up laying down characters. And it goes into Phoenix. And Phoenix, if you press 2, it does a screw with an armor into a combo. Very good, right? So remember that string I was teaching you guys? Oh, wait, hold on. What was it? Ooh, Cannonball. So go to Drunken, Cannonball. But yeah, it's just much for pickup. But this is the thing about Lei. Kind of like Anna, she has a launcher and a sweep, so to speak. With Lei, he has a launcher, and you can really play with them. So they're gonna probably like crouch if they know you're gonna be doing this, because it's a low. It's a slow low. You can really play with them. So I like this string a lot. The thing about it is it's unsafe. It's a low. It's slow. Minus 13. But neutral on the 3rd hit. So just be careful. It's important string. Remember it. It's going to be important. So if you complete the string, you go into Phoenix automatically. Automatically. That's just how it is. But anyway. Alright, sidestep 1. Go into Tiger. If you hold forward, you're plus 13. You're plus 6, and you're like minus 5. So you're minus 5. Not that bad. It's a good move. Just be careful. It is a high. That's like the only weakness. This, I remember this being like minus 10 or something like that. So sidestep 4, it is a mid, it is slow, but it is minus 8, so you can just throw it out. It's a launcher. One of his best moves that he has. You lose your turn, but it's a launcher. You'd be very surprised. You can delay it. Go fast with it. Very good. Very, very nice. Get a launcher, get a combo. But yeah, one of his best moves. One of his best moves. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Very important. Alright, sidestep, Falling Blade. You're plus 1. I wouldn't recommend this move at all. Like if you want to get fancy, because if you hold down, he goes into lay down or play dead or something like that, or relax. But yeah, hold down. He does a little turn, and he goes in lay down stance. But the problem with that is that you can get hit out of it. It's a mid. You're minus 46 if you go into the extra stance, and you're minus 4. Like that's the only good thing. It's just minus 4 if it's blocked. All right, while it down, I'm going to show you. If you press 3+4, you can get back up. All right. This is going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. This talking about his stances is going to be a lot. So let me drink some water. All right, let's talk about Lei stances. Let's start with the most basic stance that Lei has. Snake. Snake is very important, all right? So first of all, in his stances, you can be mobile. You can go back and forth. You can cancel in, create some space if you want to. As a Lei player who wanting to play Lei, understand this, you need to learn this. And from his stances, if you sidestep left, right, you can go into different stances. Just remember that, all right? But let's just talk about Snake for right now. All right, it's one of the couple of stances that you can go back and forth and trick your opponent. As decent movement, it can crush highs if you go forward. You have to time that very well. Same thing with Dragon. So the first hit, first move, 1-1-1-1-1. Very simple. You're safe, I believe. Yeah, you're safe. The only problem is just the high, so they can just duck it. But the cool thing about Snake 1-1-1-1-1, etc., is that if it's on counter hit, all the other hits will automatically hit. So for example, I will show you. So the first 3 hits will always hit. That's a true combo. But if you get counter hit, all the other hits will hit. They will automatically hit. That's just how it is. So I use this for pressure when I know that my opponent is going to be doing something. And you're plus on most of the hits. Yeah, so you're +5, +2. So it's good. Just be careful. It is a high. Alright. Snake, snapping snake. So the first 3 hits, if you hold 4, you go into Panther. Alright. And if you get all the 3 hits, all 4 hits, you're -8, but you have that last hit is a pushback. Okay? It's good, in my opinion. But the last hit's a high. But it's just so fast that your opponent's not really going to do anything. But third hit, if you hold forward, go into Panther. Alright, continuing on. Snake bites, 2-2-2. The most basic of basics. Alright, let's talk about this string real quick. So Snake, 2-2. The first and second hit, if you hold forward, will go into Dragon. All the time. Every day, all day. Okay? Second hit, third hit, we'll go into Panther. Okay? So first and second hit go into Dragon if you hold forward. Third hit will go into Panther. So, but just be careful is that a lot of players are so, like, conditioned where they will low parry the third hit. Because the third hit is low parryable, regardless. Even if you block or hit it, it is low parryable. So you're taking a chance. You're really taking a chance. But on block, you're +4. +5. And +3 if it gets the hit. Oop. So you're -13 if you hold 4. -10. minus 12, minus 17. So your only option, honestly, if you want to make it as safe as possible, is go into stances. Because going into stances will put you at a lesser disadvantage, but it will also keep the punishment at a minimal against you. But yeah, the safer route when using this string, unless you want to take the risk, if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with this string, just abuse it. Just abuse it. But just going to dragon. Going to dragon. That's all you can do. But it's a good string, but it's a high risk, high reward. That's all I can say. Alright, Rattlesnake. This is safe. It's a mid. It's a launcher. Remember what we talked about? Launches. And you can combo it. Very simple, not that hard. It's useful, but it comes out slow. You'd be surprised. Alright. Snake low. This is going to be your opponent one. Alright, this is -2. Comes out at 15 frames. Pretty fast. But when people think about Snake, they're either thinking about 2-2-2, or they're thinking about this. 4-1, and that's it. But if you go forward, you're +4 and you go to Tiger, which is one of his dangerous stances. Very important. This is a very important stance. So Snake is basically your entry. So you go into Dragon, you go into Panther, and you go into Tiger. So that's 3 stances he goes into. Well, if you count that, then he goes into 4. So Snake is going to be your best friend when playing Lei. All the time, because he has so many entry points to go into. You can go to Dragon, you can go to Panther, or you can go to Tiger, or you can go lay down. That's 4 stances. 4. So use this in your arsenal. So if your opponent knows they're going to suspect the low, just trick them out. You're forcing them to play your game. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I can do anything else. Because a lot of people watch for this move. It's the low. It's always the low. Okay? So try to mix it up a little bit. Because in Lei stances, you need to learn how to move with them. Because Dragon, Snake, Panther kinda, and Tiger, those are the only ones that can really move and play with your opponent. Anyway, continue on. Alright, Angry Viper. Creates Oki. A little bit of distance on counter hit. And it's safe. It is safe. -9. See? -9. It's a mid. Very easy. Very simple. Not that hard. So, remember when we did Coil Snake down bad 1? And then we did 1? That's -10. -9. So Snake version of Angry Viper is better. But if they made that to -9, then this would be a little bit better, so to speak. Because you can get away with this a lot. This crushes highs, which is very nice. Alright, let's talk about Dragon. So there's different ways to get into Dragon, if you guys remember. Is back 2, hold 4, go into Dragon. Oh, wrong. Oh. No, the YouTube kiss. The Wolf Strike string on the forfeit, hold 4, you go into Dragon. First hit 2 in Snake, hold 4, go into Dragon. Oh, wrong. Not what I want. And second hit, hold 4, go into Dragon. Dragon, I would say, is his mix-up. It's the second mix-up, like, dangerous stance, I would say. In my opinion, at least. Dragon is important. Alright, let's talk about it. It has a throw. In order to break the throw, you just press once, if I remember correctly. So that's pretty much it. For his throw. The thing about Dragon... My nose is itchy today. The thing about Dragon, if you want to play with your opponent, you can try to go for a throw and fake them out. And if you hold 1, hold back, you can feint it. So See, I'm just holding back. I'm pressing 1. Because your opponents will try to throw you. I mean, will try to duck on you and then launch you. So you can play with your opponent, try to make them guess a lot. But Dragon, this is not where Dragon excels at. Dragon has another way. That's 5 ways you can go to Tiger Sense. I totally forgot. My bad. So if you do Dragon 2, you can go into Tiger. So that's 5 different ways to go into Dragon Stance. 2 is safe. Just to show you guys. You're +2 if you hold forward. You're +4 if you don't hold forward. But why is this good? Well, on counter hit, you go into you pretty much go into a launcher. I'm pretty sure you can combo after that. Yeah. So you back forward 1. Combo into it. But yeah, it's a launcher. And if your opponent wants to press buttons, you get a free combo. Easy. And you can go into Tiger Sense. So Dragon 2 is a good move for him. And it's a mid. Yeah, it's a mid. It's a low mid. It's one of those catchy mids that you can use. Kuju Kick. Dragon 3. You're +4 if you don't go into stance, because you can go into crane. If you hold forward. You're -3. Not that useful, but it's a low. It's there to catch him. And you go into crane. So it's just something to have in your arsenal. It's a mid. It hits mid. I mean, it hits low. What am I thinking? So Dragon 3 hits low and goes into crane if you hold forward. Okay? Alright, remember what we talked about. This is what makes Dragon really good. Because of this. Because of Will Strike, remember? And same thing, it has the rush down combos. Very easy, very nice. So, Dragon is scary, same as Tiger. Tiger is morely for 50-50s. Dragon is to pressure your opponent. So yeah, you can keep going back to Dragon, honestly. So you can just keep going if you want to. So like you can really play with them. Just remember this string. 4 neutral 4 into 1 into 2. Okay? Not that hard. And then remember the rush down. Alright. Continuing on. Alright. This is gonna be. It is a screw. But this is the thing about it. So usually we call this the Dragon bitch slap. So if you do 1+2, it's a high and it's an automatic like stun. But remember, some combos do not work, so just be careful. So in order to make this combo work, you would have to do that. Do that. But yeah, that's another way. So it is a high, just be careful. And it's safe. So it's a good move. You don't really see this move because they're both highs. It's kind of slow, but it's there. And plus, yeah, it is safe. So you can go into, like, you can't pressure them, but other than that, it's kind of good. Just be careful when you use it. Anyway, all right, Dragon to 4, 1+2. This goes into Tiger. Very important. And a little secret tech that I found, I'm pretty sure other people found. Just let me get to the wall. Just let me get to the wall. Stop looking at me. Alright, so say like you're at the wall. You go into Dragon. If you do 4 plus that, that's guaranteed. So you go into Dragon, to Tiger, to Coil Snake or Sydney Snake, and then Angry Viper. That's guaranteed. All guaranteed. So how much damage does this do? So 32 at wall. 32 at wall. So 32 plus 15, that's 47. 47 plus 12, that's 59, almost 60 damage. That's guaranteed. Learn this setup right here, especially at the wall. Very guaranteed. I was so happy I found that out when I found that, dude. It was so great. So you are plus, I mean not plus, you are minus 11 and you gain some knockback, which is fine. It's okay. But you go into Tiger. So it's going to put your opponent at a disadvantage. Like, what are they going to do at Tiger? Because Tiger is very scary. But we'll get into that. But yeah, very important move. Remember that. So that's 6 ways to go into Tiger. Holy shit, I'm so bad. Panther. Let's talk about Panther. Panther. Alright, Panther has a couple moves. Not very much. So the only 2 moves you're going to be worrying about is... Oh yeah, Panther, you can go back. You can't really... It's mobile if you want to play with your opponent. But yeah. So yeah, you are mobile. The main reason Panther is good is because of this 12 frame called Panther Scratch. So, that's what it does. Setups Oki and it does 33 damage. No one suspects it. It's a 12 frame, just a 12 frame move. It comes out fast. It knocks down if you complete the string. But the thing about this move... Oh, wrong one. About Panther Scratch. First it's minus 12. You'll still get punished for it, but the second hit will whiff if they block. So it is low parryable, and if they block, you're a launch punishable. So the safer version, if you want to take the risk, is just do one. Just do one. But if you do get the hit, you're plus 3. It's nice. So it's a moderate risk, but high reward. The Panther Scratch, it just comes out pretty fast. It hurts, and it wall splats too. So that's pretty nice. And the second that makes Panther so good, it has a launcher. A 10 frame, not a safe launcher. You're minus 10, but it's a launcher. So low risk, high reward. So remember, those are the only 2 moves you're really going to be worrying about. Panther does have another move called Panther Pounce, Panther 3. It's your minus 1, it's a low. And the cool thing is that Panther 3, you hold back, goes into Phoenix. Cool, right? Goes into stances. So remember what I'm telling you about, that all his stances go into stances. So just remember that. Anyway, continuing on. Oh yeah. So Panther 3 on counter hit, you're plus 14. So I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed. No, it's not. It's not guaranteed, but still, you're plus 14, which is nice. It's very nice. It's super nice. So remember what we talked about? This string right here? Panther is the only string that can go into that string. It's the only stance that can go into that string. Very important. So kind of like Dragon, but Dragon's much more mobile compared to Panther. Panther is, I would say, is moderate mix-up heavy. So it's like moderate, but it's still a good stance because you have mobility kind of. You can really check him out. And then you got Panther Scratch. Does damage, like 33 damage, and it creates Oki. So it's pretty good. Alright. Tiger. Tiger is very, very important for Lei. Okay? So Tiger. Very important. So Tiger has a good dash in. Very nice. Backdash is pretty fast, kind of decent. See, like, you can really play with him, honestly. Just go back and forth. Practice this. Practice, practice, practice. Get good at being mobile with Tiger. Same with Dragon, same with Snake and Panther. Get very comfortable with playing with them. Because you're like, when people think about Tiger, the main thing they're going to be worrying about is this move. Tiger 4. It's a Hell Sweep. It's a 15 frame Hell Sweep. Very powerful, very good, but launch punishable. That's the only weakness. It tracks a little bit. So just remember that it can combo with Howling Dog. There's 2 different combo versions that you can do with that. So, but anyway, yeah, play with your opponent. Play with them. Play with them. Disrupt their rhythm. Because a lot of people, they're going to be afraid. They're looking for that 4, and they're going to be like, if I mess up my whiff on guarding, I'm going to get fucked. I'm going to get comboed. So you'll be very surprised. People will fall for this so much. So just be careful. And also, every time you back and forth, you kind of turn a little bit. Just to the side step. You're right. But yeah, get very comfortable. Just get very comfortable. Alright. Let's talk about Tiger 1. Tiger 1, you're +2. This is probably one of his best and safest moves. The most safety boys. Oh, wrong one. There you go. So you're +2 on block. So this is your safety boy. If you know your opponent and you don't want to take the risk of doing Tiger 4, just do Tiger 1. Tiger 1 is +2 and you're safe. It's still your turn. But the thing about Tiger 1, oh, it fucking launches, dude. It hurts. Right there. So basically Tiger 1, you're safe on hit and on block. It has a launcher, and yeah, that's great. Honestly, it's very nice. Very nice. And I'm pretty sure you can sidestep it, but this is probably your safest option on Tiger if you want to play it safe. Alright. Tiger 2-2. 15 frame. Mid-high launcher. First 2 hits. If the first hit hits, you do the second hit, it will automatically hit. Very important, very good, very nice. Problem with it, first hit is -14, so you're gonna have to take a risk. You want to take the -14, or they're gonna duck the high if they know how to duck it. But it's -8, so just be careful. Be careful when you're doing 2-2, because you either take the -14 or you take the other chance of getting launch punish. So I would say just use it with caution. But it's very good. It's very good because this is the stance that is considered the Lord of 50/50s. I mean, you can talk about Kazuya and Hell Sweeps, Mishima Hell Sweeps, and all that, but Tiger, like, this is the king of mixes. King of 50/50s, in my opinion. So, Tiger Leap. You hold forward. You go to Coil Sync, -11. -11 still if you don't go into Coil. So, you launch. So, it's +14. So, the only time you will ever use this move is, if I remember correctly, there's a specific. Yeah, you can combo after this. But you're really not going to be doing that. So the only time you will ever use Leaping Tiger is like to trick your opponent or at the wall. Because remember, we had Dragon for 1+2. So like it's okay, but you're not really gonna see much of that. So you can go into Cracking Snake or Coil Snake. So what they're talking about is that, or or the low. Simple. Alright. Tiger Tail. This move is the scariest move in my opinion. Compared to like Electric Wind God Fist. But the thing with this move, the only weakness it has is just it's launch punishable. Very launch punishable if you block low. As you can tell. So it's minus 26. You will get launched. Okay? But the thing about it, this comes out so fast. So this is like the main thing. Main people look for is just Tiger 4. It has range. It has range. Like 2.8. Around there, yeah. 2.4, 2.5. It has good range. So yeah, mix up your opponent. Really mess with them. Like they're playing your game. That's the thing about Lei. They're playing your game. So Tiger 4, very important. Has a launcher. Very nice. Not that hard. Okay, so that's Tiger. So just remember the only moves that you should be worrying about is Tiger 4, which is your health speed low, or Tiger mid. Because your opponent's going to be crouching because they want to block the low. You can go for the mid. So that's why I say it's a 50-50. Because you're either going to get health sweep, or you're going to get mid launch. Very scary, very powerful. Anyway, Tiger Palm. This is the safer option. One of the second safe option that you have. So this wall bounces, and it's pretty good. On block, it's safe. The thing about Tiger 1+2 is that you lose your turn, but it comes out slow. That's the only thing. And people really mix up, like, they get scared of this. But you'll still be safe, so just be careful when you use it. But it's very good. It has a wall bounce. It's nice. Just keep it in your arsenal. Alright, Crane. Crane. I can't even... Can I even get to it? Okay, there you go. So Crane, you don't have mobility compared to like Tiger, Dragon, or Snake. You can play with them. Doesn't really have much. But this string is risky. Let's talk about it. Alright. Crane 1. Remember that move that we were talking about? The guard breaker, neutral, like that. You're +5. Same with Crane. Press 1, you're +5 going to back turn. If they block it. Spinning Crane 2 is it tracks and it screws. Remember this move. Very important. Very important. Alright, Crane dance. This is a launcher. Full string is not true. But some people fall for it, so just be careful. But Crane 3 is going to be important. I'll tell you why. Alright, Crane kick. This is a low. +10. Has good range. You'd be surprised. It's about 3.0. 3.0. And it hits low. Comes out pretty fast. But the thing about it, it is very launch punishable. Very launch punishable. -19. Be careful when you use this move. Only use this move when you know your opponent is not going to block low. Or at a wall combo. So this is Lei's. Remember down back up, up down back 4. You go into Crane, and then you press 4 for that extra damage. So wall combo, Crane, and then 4. You want to take that risk for extra damage. So if they don't know how you like launch it, keep using it. Keep using it until they figure it out. But that's the only time. Also, you launch. I mean, not launch. You have more space. So you're +32 compared to that. So on counter hit, you can set up for Oki. Anyway, continuing on. So Crane smash. So crane 1+2, it's a high, it hits hard, gives you a stun, and it gives you a combo. Very, very good, very nice, and it's safe on block. -2, and you get some distance. The only weakness that it has is it's just a high, so they can crouch and launch you. That's the only thing that makes this move scary. But other than that, it's pretty good, pretty nice. Alright, continuing on. So leaping crane. So hop kick. It's -14. Okay, not very as much, but that's the thing about it. Alright, so we're going to teach you something real quick. So, you're in crane stance. Crane stance, like Anna and Leroy, if your opponent hits a low at crane stance, it will automatically launch him. I will show you. Okay. Alright. See? It launches. It doesn't matter what kind of low. As long as it's a low, crane will punish it automatically. So what can you do after combo? There's 2 different routes you can take. That's one route you can take if you want. You can do crane 3. It's a back 2-4, and then go for while running 3-4. So that's just how it is. Just remember that. Just be careful, you can't block when you're in crane stance. You have low mobility. You don't really have much, so it's risky. Just be careful, but crane has some good moves. Anyway, continuing on. Drunken Master. So Lei is the only character in this game that has Drunken Fist. So Tiger Lash 1. Yeah, +15, gets distance 4.0. But remember what we talked about? Tiger 1, if its counter hit, creates a shit ton of full screen space. And why is this good? Well, you get to zip. If you press 1+2, you zip and recover health. So you get 2 free zips. So 2 free health drinks. That's pretty much it. It's good, it's nice, and I'm pretty sure it's safe. Yeah, it's a mid, it has a lot of pushback, and it's very good. It's nice. Just keep it in your arsenal. And if you hold forward, you go back into Drunken. So if you move forward, he goes a lot. But yeah, so just get comfortable with this movement. So when you go forward, he goes a lot of space. But if you hold forward then back, he does this weird, like, going back, tippy toe little animation. But yeah, just get comfortable with Drunken stance. Anyway, this is a good move. Alright, Drunken. This is +5. So Drunken 2-2. +5. Second hit's a high. First hit's a mid. So a lot of his strings are mid-high. Just remember that. But this is there's a reason why this string is good. You're +5 still. And cool thing about this stance, and you can also sidestep to do it. So this is one of his good strings that he can use very freely. Just be careful. It is a true string. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys. Anyway. So if they press the button, it's counter hit. The first hit is the counter hit. Just remember that. And what you can do after that, you hold back, you can go into combo. See? Very simple. So you sidestep, hold back, and then you go into back turn. And then you can do back turn, down 1, or down 4-1. Either or. Whatever feels comfortable with you. So this is a good string to have. Very, very abusable. Just be careful because it is a mid-high. Anyway. Alright, Drunken Fox combination. This is a true string. Not true string. So the first hit will always hit. Second hit is a mid. First hit is minus 12. Same thing. It has the crane, the scythe crane, or crane scythe. That. So just be careful when you're using this stance with Drunken Fist, this string specifically. But the cool thing about there's a little setup that you have with Lei with this specifically. So that's a combo that you can do. If your opponent like falls for that, you can get a combo. So as soon as you do this string, down 4-2, down 4-2, back 2-4, and then finish the combo with while running or 4-4-3-4. That's one combo that Lei can do. So that's one of the secret techs that Lei has. So he also has this, which you will only use this for just to do that, but that's pretty much it for that. The second hit on counter hit will launch. Okay, so it will do a screw combo on counter hit, alright? Okay. Get the key charge. But yeah, just be careful. Alright. Drunken Tiger Kick. That's what you're gonna be doing. If you press forward, there is a parry, if I remember correctly, with him, with Lei. I'll show you if I can get it down. Okay. Alright, try again. Yeah, so you press 4. How about Gibson Chicken? What's up, guy? How you doing? Right now, starting on creating a Lei Wulong guide right now. Probably later, maybe, I don't know, I have to upload this guide and I have to go do something else real quick. But if I can, I'll join you. If I can. But yeah, I am making a Lei Wulong guide right now. Anyway. So, if you press 4 at the exact perfect frame, you get your plus 45. And what that means, you can launch them for free. And also, if you hold 4 while doing Drunken Stance, it's a perfect frame. It is a perfect frame. You gotta be careful. Lei will do this turn and you're plus 6. It's very risky, but you're plus 6. And it switches them to their side. So say like you're on Drunken Stance, but like, you can get parries. It's like one of those secret things that Lei has that Tekken never tells you. So that's a guaranteed combo for like all day. So it's something cool to know that Lei has a couple parries that are valuable and rewarding. The Drunken Fist one, like once you're in, so just be careful. But yeah, it's just you gotta press 4 at the exact same time. That's just a little something extra that you guys can know. Not many people know about that, actually. But yeah, so as soon as you go into Drunken stance, you can get a parry off. But if you're a Drunken stance, tap 4, you can get a free parry. And then you can do Drunken 4 and get a free hit. So that's just something you can do. Alright, so Tiger Zip. This is where he drinks. And he goes in a stance where you drink all 3. Very important, not that hard to understand, but use this with caution because Phoenix Stance has this, and Drunken are the only ones that can recover health for Lei. So, remember what we talked about? Remember that distance that I was talking about? Use that to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. I'll show you again. So you get 2 minimal because they're still rolling and they're recovering. So you get 2 free drinks. And then after you're done drinking, set up, go to Tiger if you want to. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, use that to your advantage. But yeah, just be careful. You can't block while you're zipping. Alright. Alright. He has a lot. Let's continue. So Drunken 3 plus 4. This is a low. Plus 17. Alright. And I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed. If I am not mistaken. But yeah. This is a move that you want to be careful on. Only because it is unsafe. And they can still hit you out of it. But it creates Oki potential. So just be careful. It's there. You can use it. But yeah. Same thing with Mule Kick. Just be careful when you're using this. Alright, continue on. His throw. So there's 2 variations to this throw, actually. If you press 1 plus 2 at the end, you sacrifice damage for health. If that makes sense. So if you don't do the 1 plus 2 at the end, you do 33 damage. But if you do 1 plus 2 at the end, he takes a drink and you take away 10 points of damage. So it really depends on you as a Lei player. Do you want to take a drink, get some health back so you can survive 1 dig jab or whatever, or low? Like, it really depends on you. And you can do it from 1 plus 3 or 2 plus 4. Also, if you don't do 1 plus 2, sorry, I'm getting like out of everywhere. There's just so much to cover with this guy. Anyway, so if you do Drunken Throw, you're plus 22. So it sets up Oki for you. But if you do 1 plus 2 at the end, you're sacrificing the Oki and you're sacrificing damage for health. So it really depends on you. How well do you want to play Lei? And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So don't forget this. You can set up Oki. Try things. Try it. And also, this has range. It has range. Just be careful. So like you can do that. It goes in 2 times. So he'll do this. Like he'll do like this like 2 times. So you can play with your opponent. So say like you do this and just do that. So it really depends on you. This is a special throw that Lei has. It's pretty good. It's just a high. Comes out 15 frames though. That's just the thing about it. Because regular throws come out 12 frames, sometimes 11 if they're lucky. But Lei's throw comes out 15. All right. So remember, this is Cannonball. You can get a combo for free, and it's safe, I believe. Yeah, kinda. Because he's on his lay down stance, and he's just... You can hit him with a low. That's pretty much. But he can be scooped up. Just don't be using this move against like grapple characters who can grab characters from the ground. Anyway, but if you do happen to get the hit, you can go into a combo for free. That's one combo that you can do. Pretty sure you can do another one. Oh, do that. Oh, I guess not. Well, yeah, that's what you'll be doing. So you'll be doing Drunken, back 1+2, ballroom dance. Oh, if I can not fuck it up. Into that. That's 72 damage. But that's like one of the combos that you can do. Guaranteed. For free. Oh yeah. So this is his taunt, supposedly. And he heals for it. And he goes into relax stance. But you can fake it. You can fake it. So say like you're back here. Alright. You do this. You can feint it. It is just Drunken 1. And you can fake it. So like your opponent can be like running towards you and then try to hit you or something. Or try to rage art you. Or anything. This crushes sizes, by the way. But you can fake it. So you can take the health, and if you know your opponent's going to be going at you, just press 1. And then fake them. Trust me, you'll be very surprised. You'll be very surprised. Alright. Drunken Fall. So up for 1+2. This is a very interesting move. And the reason why. So this is like Giga's like, this is like mini Papa Giga's move. That's the reason why. That is the reason why. It hits mid. It's an attack. It does 21 damage. It hits that specific low. It picks up at lows. The thing about it, it's -9. You're safe. You're safe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it knocks down on counter hit. So they'll be laying down with you. But the cool thing about this move, for Drunken especially, you can fake them out. So say like, they know you're gonna go for that throw. Like they're afraid. Like they would just jab you out if they really need to. Like just to defeat that, just this running up. But if they're coming at you, if the late player is coming at you, he has two options. He has a 50-50 within his Drunken if you want to think about it like that. So either I'm gonna go that, or I'm gonna go for a throw. So this is a little setup actually. You have to be careful. You got to be careful. So either I'm just gonna go for the mid, or I'm gonna go for the other spinning cannonball, or I'm gonna go for the low. Like Drunken Fist is scary, but it requires specific timing. That's like the only thing that's stopping like you as a player from making late powerful. So use Drunken. Drunken's good. Just be careful. Learn how to parry with Drunken, and learn how to use Drunken efficiently. Learn how to heal with it, learn how to set up Oki, learn how to combo with Drunken Fist, because Drunken Fist is very good, in my opinion at least. Alright, Phoenix Illusion. So the thing about Phoenix Stance, it sidesteps a little bit. So, like, Geese, Akuma, Eliza, people who throw projectiles, just go Phoenix Illusion. Just hold it. Look how much I'm sidestepping. I can keep going. All day, every day. Simple. Not hard. Alright. You'd be very surprised at how many people fall for this. Phoenix Stance is not that scary, but it's something to kind of be worried about. You can't block. You can't block, so just be wary of that. You can hit low. This is a string that I like to use sometimes. It knocks down. Like, they can block the first hit. For the second hit, it's a low. So you're minus 10. It's a high. and you're minus 15. So you can use this if you want to, because a lot of people don't know about this specific string. You'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure it can be low parry, so just be careful. Alright, Phoenix Wrath 2. Same thing as 442. It's the same thing, minus 12. It's armored, it screws. That's pretty much it. But yeah, this is what you're going to be using a lot when comboing. So say like this. Oh, not that. What am I thinking? So ballroom dance, and that's your screw, and that's it. So Phoenix has its uses. Like, it definitely has its uses. Not the greatest of uses, but it has uses. So this is going to be important. I like to use Phoenix Stance once in a while, like, to trick my opponents. They're not many people worry about Phoenix Stance, but Phoenix Stance is somewhat scary. Somewhat. Alright. So this is your 14 frame, remember, 3-3. 14 frame. Simple, right? And that's it. Same thing. It screws on the first hit. And it's the same thing. 14 frame, Punisher. Okay. So this goes into Snake Stance, which is nice. So Phoenix goes into Snake, so remember that. You'd be surprised. This is a low, you're +2. But on guard, on blocks, oh, wrong. No. You're minus 14, so just be careful. Just be careful. But the cool thing about this move specifically, you're +12 on counter hit. So it's nice. So I'll show you something. So you're +12. Just remember that. Nothing to be scared of. Nothing to be anything. Just be careful. Alright. Phoenix to Drunken. Yeah, so Drunken can drink if you press 1+2. Lei will take a drink. And it's pretty nice. It's very good. Just be careful. You can't block or anything. So you're also in recovery. So just be careful of that. Alright. So the only unblockable move that Lei has is 4-4. I would not recommend this move at all unless you know that your opponent is not gonna, like, they're gonna fall for it. So usually, like, I will only use it at the wall because they really have nowhere to go. They can sidestep it. That's the biggest weakness that this game, that this move has. But it has good range. It's an unblockable with this 45. Just, I wouldn't recommend using this move unless you're setting up. So, like, another thing you can do is, if you want to use Phoenix Strike 4-4. Oh, shit. Like, the only setup that I know that somewhat works, if I can get it, is that setup. If your opponent is too scared to, like, tech roll or anything, that is one way you can set up the unblockable. And it will hit low. It's like one of those lows that it's just gonna hit regardless, because it's a mid, but it still has, it hits low. That's all I'm saying. So just use this with caution if you're gonna use Phoenix Stance. Alright. Hobby Phoenix. Back 3. Very important. Very useful. Sets up, you know, potential. Alright, what do I mean by that? Because, one, it creates space if hits. On counter hit, it gets you like a stun. You get set up for a combo. If I can get it. Let me hit it. Or you can do that. You can go for a drink if you really want to. So yeah. Back 3 Phoenix is probably one of Phoenix's better moves. Just be careful. It's -7. That's like one of the biggest weaknesses. You can sidestep it, I believe. But other than that, good move. Good move that Phoenix Stance has. Alright, tornado kicks. Go to tornado kicks. Same thing. And tornado kick on the last hit, if you hold down, you can go to lay down. And if you press down 3 plus 4, you go into extra lay down. So you go into another stance. The thing about this tornado kicks, the only time you will ever be using it is if you know your opponent's going to be, like, you want to put pressure. But the only time is that very reason. Because it combos. Because if you hold back on 3 back, you go into Phoenix Stance. So very useful. Very, very useful. But other than that, that's pretty much it for Phoenix Stance. Alright, so haha step. We got to the fucking meat and potatoes of this damn Lei guy. It's been 2 hours. I'm trying, like, this is like the most rusty guide I have made. I apologize. Once I get better, if I ever learn how to video edit, I would do a way better guide. Way better guide. We're taking what we can get. Anyway, back turn. Haha step. So what is haha step? Haha step is that. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're creating space. So Lei is very specific. He's one of the only characters that can do this. And the reason why he says it's called haha step, because in older games, Tekken games, he had a back turn. He has a back turn. Like Tekken Tag 1, for example. He has haha. I mean, he has a back turn. It is very strict on how you do it in Tag 1 because it's much more difficult, but if you do it successfully, it sounds like he's saying ha ha. That's why it's called the ha ha step. So if you go into Tag 1, there's a specific match, Lei Armor King versus Ogre and True Ogre. I don't remember the 2 players. If you go to Avoid the Puddle, he talks about that's his favorite match. And all he does, the one Lei player, he just doing that. And all you can hear Lei saying, ha, 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 ha. That is all you ever hear. And that's why it's called ha, ha step. And why is it important for all Lei players to know this? Well, for one, it creates a shit ton of distance. It's very fast. So you can learn how to Korean backdash. Like, I'm very poor at Korean backdash. I do like the American version of it. Very simple. But for haha step, I get to cheat my way through. So I can just back up, set up stance, go to snake if I really want to. But the thing about haha step, you can set up for, like, whiff punishing. Or going to stance if you want to. So learn this. So all you have to do is back turn, hold down, back. Just down, back. So back turn, down, back. And look how much space I'm going. That's a lot of space. So back turn, down, back. Easy, right? So you just have to practice. It's going to be a little difficult at first, but this is so important for you. So important as a Lei player to learn. I'm telling you right now, learn how to haha step with Lei. So you have to do it successful successions. So just practice it and you'll get better at it. Anyway, but yeah, haha step. That's very important. Very unique to Lei. Learn it. Alright? Moving on. Alright. So back turn. Lei has many moves for back turn. First of all, I just want to get this out of the way. He can grab. Any character who is back turn can grab. And they're just basic generic grabs. Very basic. So back turn, you got 1, 1, 3, 2. So it's a high, mid, low, high. So you can combo after this. Not many people know about this. See, as you can tell, you can combo after it. It is very, very time strict on it. Very, very execution strict. Like, you can get the hit. Like, it's possible. But the thing about that, even if you get the first 2 hits to hit, the 3rd hit will always be low parryable. So be careful when you're playing against someone who knows how to play against Lei when using the string. Yeah. So the first 2 hits, the first hit is -5, it's a high. Second hit is -7, you lose your turn. Third hit is launch punishable, -18. And the second and the fourth hit is -28. So if they all block it, they can get a free punish on you. Just be careful. Only use it when you know your opponent doesn't know how to block against this. And try to go for the 4-4-3 so you can get like an extra bit of damage. But other than that, that's pretty much all it's worth. Not many people know about this. But it's there. Alright, back turn 2. Plus 11. -10, so low risk, moderate reward. But that's not why it's good. It tracks, it screws. If I can. It tracks, it screws. And it's a combo. Oh my gosh, it's like a miracle. Yeah, so back turn 2. It's a combo. You can get a combo, free combo. So that's why I said it's low risk, moderate reward. So it's unsafe. You can still get 10 frame punish by a character, but you're not risking much, and it tracks and it screws. So this is probably one of his best moves, quotation best moves that he has in Batman. The only weakness I would say is that it's just slow. That's all it is, and it's unsafe on block. But very good move. It's a good move. Use it. He has a lot. All right. Maul strike. So back turn 4-1. If the first hit hits, it's true. Never mind. My bad. I was thinking of another move. Yeah, first hit. If the first hit hits, that's all you get. Second hit won't hit. It's a high though. Just be careful. So remember I was talking about a lot of Lei strings is mid-high. So if you can recognize whatever his strings are mid-highs, you can definitely beat Lei very easily. Anyway, continuing on. The only time you're ever going to use this move is in combos. That's all you're going to do. And that's a screw. That's pretty much it. That's the only use it has. Now you can like trick your opponent because the first hit is mid. So they either gotta block mid or block mid high. So this is where the mind games come in. And also he has reverse windmill. Alright. So you can get a high, you can get a launcher. Very easy, very simple. This is not the correct combo route. Don't do this. But it does damage if you get the wall. Anyway. The thing about this move, I would say, 4-3, it's just minus. It used to be -14 if I remember correctly, or -13. But they made it more safe somewhat. But yeah. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Use it with caution. But if you can get someone with it, awesome. That's pretty much all it is, just a launcher. Similar to Lucky Chloe's Wall Rising 1-3. If I remember correctly. Anyways, continuing on. Reverse windmill. This is safe. It's safe. 4-4. The only problem I would say is just airborne. That's just what makes it like weak. But other than that, it's a safe mid-mid. Very good. But you lose your turn. But it's safe though. Alright, so backdrop. So 1 + 2, 2. You go into Falling Tree. And it's a mid. Same thing. If I can get it. Where is it? I need to start doing counters. I'm trying to see. So you're +8. So you gain a little bit of extra frames, not that much. But it's just there. It's a high mid. Not that very much into it, but it's just there. It gets you into stance. Hilts flip-flop. So he does this pretty much. First it will knock him down. It's slow, you're airborne, but the cool thing about it is that you are safe. You're +16, but -9. So technically you're safe, but you're still in back turn, so just be careful. Alright, so this is one of Lei's best moves that he has in back turn. Is low 1, down 1, you're +5. And what I like to do, first of all, this counter hits. You can get a combo. So you need to be careful because in tag 2, this wasn't low parryable. So you just had to take the hit. And it's unsafe on block, I believe. No, it's -6, so it's still safe. And at least crouching. So, but the only thing that makes it weak is it's just low parryable, that's it. So you'll see a lot of people who are like, well, do this. That's like a basic Lei setup. And that's it. What you should be doing, and you need to understand, is wait for them. Because they're gonna fuzzy guard. They're gonna crouch and they're trying to low parry you. So just wait. And they're gonna be looking for that low. And that's where you start bringing out the mix of like, oh, you thought I was gonna go low? But maybe I was going this, or I was going that, or I was going that. Like, there's so many options that you can do. But yeah, back turn 1, down 1, or down 4-1 is gonna be your, like, this is one of Lei's most important moves that he has in his kit. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, so you can go in and rave kick. And thing about it, same thing with rave kick. If you hold down, go a sidestep to the right side, you go in a snake. If you sidestep to the left, you're still going to snake. So just keep that in mind. But you can also do it in back turn. It's 29 damage compared to like 31 damage. So that's like the only thing I would say that's like important for Lei. So just remember that. Anyway, continuing on. Like, I'm telling you, this guy has so many moves. Like, you have to remember like every fucking thing, and you're just like, all right, what do I do now? Anyway, continuing on. All right, back turn. So falling tree. Remember what I talked about falling tree being very important? So this is important to use, and let me explain this. So remember when we did that setup I told you guys? That's extra damage he can do. And he goes into stance. And that's scary. So he can go to falling tree 2 different ways. Just remember that. So you can go from back turn, or he can go into regular. The thing about the back turn one is that you just have to be careful because you're still airborne. Compared to the back turn for falling tree, is that it's a little faster compared to if you're not in back turn. So that's just what makes it different. Alright, continuing on. But yeah, he can go into falling tree just like that. Alright, we're almost there, just bear with me. Now we're going to talk about his laying down stance, the side wind. So this is feet first, alright? You got a couple moves that you should be worried about. So 3 launches, carry them. There's basic combo. So that's 77 if I get that one knockdown. It is launch punchable. very launch punishable, same thing as the raid kick. Alright, so they just had to block low. So it's down 1+2. Alright. So there's the thing that you could do. Sweep, and then go to play dead. So you can really mess with your opponent if you know how to and remember which stance is going to what. It will get you far, trust me. Also, clean sweep. Safe. Pretty easy. Not that hard. And you keep doing it all day, every day. Also, so it says that you can go to play dead, but if you press 4 again, he'll go into Wraith Kick. So there's 3 different ways you can go into Wraith Kick, and I'm pretty sure there's more. So you can take that chance if you know that they're gonna be blocking the low or not blocking low. Go for the Wraith Kick. Why not? Go for it. But yeah, so you can go into Wraith Kick. Oh yeah, this is a special mid. It's weird. But it's a mid. It's there. You can use it. What else? Is safe. Just remember that. Very important. Easy to use. Alright. Sidewind. Head first. Also important. Very important. This is where you really trick them. So he has a slide. Kind of like Law and Lee. He has a slide. And that's the max damage that you can get. So that's 31 damage, so you press 4 after that. Alright. Anyway. Continuing on. So you gotta slide forward 3. Press 4, gain extra, and you set it for OP. Bicycle kicks. You'd be very surprised that people fall for this. You go back into laydown. Alright, that's it. Nope, wrong one. There you go. So you go to down 3+4. So remember what laydown stance is going to what, and I'm telling you, you're going to be a strong lay player. Just remember. So it's out for yourself. It's also it's unsafe, so just be careful. That's my only concern, I would say. Alright. Also, you got a low. People do not expect this at all. It sets up for yourself. So just remember that. Anyway, oh yeah, all his laydown stances, they can turn. So you can lay down, press down 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It doesn't matter. Anywhere you go, any stance that he's laying down, you can just press 1 or down 1. So his stance is going into each other's stances. That's the cool thing about Lei. His stance is going in other stances. Just remember that. Anyway. So if you don't want to go into a different stance, you just want to press 2, just like go basic. You can if you want to. It's just there. Oh yeah. So down 1+2, if you press 1+2, you go into Drunken. It's really weird. He goes in the opposite way. All his things are inverted for movement wise. Same thing. Just press 1+2 and you go into Drunken. Goes into Drunken. Anytime he's laying down, you can press 1+2. And you go into Drunken. Very easy. Alright, play dead. Easy to relaxing. Alright, Lotus Color. That's all it is. Just a knockdown. Doesn't have much range compared to down 1+2. That has range. That has a lot of range. Just remember that. Wait, I'm also pretty sure... No, you can't. Okay, that's what I thought. Anyway, continuing on. So down 3+4. Press 4. It's a screw attack. It also tracks. Nothing really on counter hit. You're just +11. It's a mid. Oh. And it's minus 13, so just be careful, I would say. And then you go into Coil Snake. If you press 3+4 again. So remember what I talked about? His Coil Snake goes back into Play Dead. And then you press it again. Press it again. And then mix them up. That's the cool thing about Lei. You can really play with your opponent and try to make them press buttons that you don't want them to press. So that's where you have to work with Coil Snake if you want to make it good. Just play with them. So say like I go into Coil Snake and they think I'm going to go for the low first. So I do this and then I do this. What if I go into Coil Snake, I wait a little bit, they're not doing nothing, they see it again, they're blocking low, and then I go for mid. Look at that, you won Evo, congratulations. But yeah, so only this stance, only down 3+4 can only go to Coil Snake. Just remember that. Also Drunken. Alright, head first, Play Dead. So remember, we can go into Rave Kicks. Just remember that. It really depends how you want to play Lei. Anyway, continuing on. So this is what's important. This launcher right here. Spring kick. The launcher. And there's one stance that actually goes into this this stance. Into Play Dead. And it's Dragon. So you press down 3+4 and he will automatically drop down into Play Dead down 2+3. So you press 4, get a spring kick. This is the setup actually. So you go into Dragon, you're not going to press something, launch it. So that's why I'm telling you guys and understand, to make you understand, is that that all his stances go everywhere. So you have to understand that Snake goes into Panther, Snake goes into Dragon, Snake goes into Tiger, Snake goes into Play Dead, etc. Blah blah blah. Like Panther goes into Phoenix. No, fucking Panther. Yeah, Panther goes into Phoenix, etc. Like there's so many different things that Lei can go into. Like all his stances are connected. Like everything is connected in some way. So understand which stance is going to what, and you're going to be a strong Lei player. Trust me on that. Continuing on. So yeah, that spring kick, I believe it is unsafe. Yeah, minus 12. So just be careful. Also, this is a low. Be careful. It's a special low mid. That's what I'm trying to explain. It's there. If you really want to, just be careful. It's also, I think it's unsafe, I believe. Yeah, it's very unsafe. It's launch punishable, so just be careful when you're using this. And same thing is trying to tell you. Yeah, you can turn. Go into Drunken. If you really want to. It's just a lot. Yep. Alright, his taunts. Not that, not the throw. Just play! Oh, they're in play. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, so his taunt, he gains health. That's another way he can gain health. But that's pretty much. Alright, taunt 1. He goes into Drunken, he does like this, and he just goes into Drunken. That's all it is, if you want to show off. So both of his taunts go into Drunken, just remember that. Hey. Hi, Dodgeru-kun. How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm just making a Lei guide right now. Nothing personal. Alright, so his 10-hit combo. Let's talk about this, actually. Because this is important. So, the first 2 hits, they're very launch punishable. The first 2 hit is launch punishable. But there is a setup with this. Alright? If you do the 3rd hit and it hits, you're plus 16. And it's really weird because a lot of Tekken characters don't have this, but Lei is just one of those characters that does have it. So use it to your advantage. You're plus 16 if they do not block well. Use that to your advantage, trust me. Alright. So, he has normal generic throws. His 1+3 sets up distance. His 2+4 is a little risky. The reason why I say that, 1+3 sets up distance, you're +8. And his 2+4, you're -7. Just be very, very careful with this. People will hit you out. They will make the first. You lose your turn, just FYI. So, just be careful. Be careful. He has a couple special throws. He has Dragon Fall. There's a 1+2. And then another one, 1+2. So there's a difference between these two. This is +1. So you can get a free hit if you are lucky. And Tripping, 4/4, 1+2. It does 38 damage. So Dragon Waterfall does 40 damage. You're +1. And Tripping, you do 38 damage and you're neutral. So it really depends on you, honestly, on what you want to do. But they can all be broken. They can all be broken. Alright, so now let's talk about his Rage Arts, which are also very important. And Rage Drive. So here's Rage Drive. I think it could crush lows if I am not mistaken. That's all it does. 55 damage. Not that it's moderate. It's very simple. But this is where he really excels in his Rage Drives. All right, let's talk about things. Snake is a 15 frame on his Rage Drive, and the only stances that have these are Snake, Dragon, Panther, Tiger, and Crane. Those are 5 stances that they have their own Rage Drive. So they all have different properties and different reasons. Alright, Snake is pushback. It does damage, does 40, not that bad. On guard, on block, you're +8. Very nice, very safe unit. It's like your get out of jail free card. That's it. That's all it is. It's pretty fast, and it crushes highs. It crushes highs. Just remember that. So Dragon doesn't have much pushback. It's +11. You gain more plus frames. It's not that bad, but there is a difference. There is a difference. It launches the fuck out of you. It launches. There's a difference. Here's Snake. Same thing. Dragon, same thing. But there's different properties. Let's talk about that. So Dragon, wall splat. Snake, wall splat. See? They both have a wall splat, good plus frames. Dragon is somewhat better. It's 15, you get +11, but you get less pushback. Snake, you get more pushback. So those are the two differences between those two. And also, in Dragon, if you hold forward, you go into Tiger. So pretty good, right? Pretty good. Pretty nice. Alright, Panther. Panther is interesting. And let's talk about it. So Rage Drive Panther gives you an automatic screw. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay? So say like, if I can get this. See that? Automatic, just an automatic combo, and it wall splats too. It's very, very good. So you can trick them. Like this thing gonna go for low. This one comes out at 12 frames. Same thing as Panther's Cred. It can be low parried, just FYI, it can be low parried. But Panther Rage Drive gives you like another chance to combo again. It doesn't matter, you can combo again. That's what's so good about it. But, you know, you do what you want with that. On block, I believe it's safe, if I remember correctly. You're -14, never mind. Here, take it back, you're not safe. but you get what I'm saying though. So this one's like out of the rage drives that are safety. This one's a little bit more riskier because you're minus 14 and it's low parryable. But the cool side about it is that you get an additional combo. It resets the combos, if that makes sense. Anyway, Tiger. Oh boy. All right, Tiger. So Tiger Rage Drive. Let's talk about this. You're plus 14 automatically. Okay. Use that how you will. So you can do whatever the hell you want with that. You got plus 14 frames. Use that shit. This launches. Okay. Set up combo. You're chilling. Great, right? It has additional benefits. Let's talk about it. So remember that setup I was teaching you guys? So it hits low at the wall. It's crazy. I know. It's awesome. So if Lei is at the wall, you can get additional damage. So let's see if I can actually get this. Trying to get it. Ooh, I'm like close. Fuck. Ooh, shit. No, I got it. I can show you guys. Not YouTube curse. It's so specific. Something like that. That's the idea that I'm trying to get you guys. Get you to understand that at the wall, Tiger Rage Drive, you can get a free combo, pretty much. Easy. So Tiger is probably comes out of 14. It gives you a launcher, it bounces, and it's really scary at the wall. So just do that. It doesn't wall splash, so just retard. Alright, Crane. Comes out 17. This is probably one of the weakest in the rage drives, but it's still powerful in its own way. So, you remember what I talked about? If you use a low against Crane stance for Lei, it will automatically relaunch him. So this is an automatic launcher. So there is specific timing with this. So the easier way is that. Do that. That's an easy way. That's an easy combo that you can do. Step forward. If I can get it. Ah, there is a specific timing to this. I am making a joke out of myself. But you can combo after it. I can't really do it right now. I'm so sad. Sorry. But yeah. Rage Drive, automatic launcher. Get a combo. Simple. It still dodges those, so that's the only thing. Alright. It's enough about those stances. Enough about everything. Let's talk about some really basic bread and butter combos. So, the main combos you're going to be doing is that, pretty much. So, Howling Dog. That's going to be like your most basic combo. So, to pick up, that's it. So you do down 4-2, 4-3-1. All right, 4-3-1. All right, because it still picks up. If I not mess it up. Into that, and into that, and then 4-4-3-4. And also, you can still pick up people while doing that with 3-4. So that's gonna be your basic. An easier version is this, like that, if you really want to. 46. Like that, but the main thing, like main combos that you want to start doing is this. Oh, not that. I don't know what I'm thinking. There you go. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's like your basic combo. I mean, he has other combos that he can do. Like, he has very basic. He has that. Like, this is the combo right here you want to be focusing on if you want to play Lei. This combo exactly. Because that's your most damaging, very easy, very simple. Hop kick, same thing. Very easy, very simple. You do that. Do. I mean, Lei has so many different ways to combo. Like, the options are very limitless. Especially, there's still secret ways to combo in different ways. There's that. Very simple. Set it for Oki right there. Oh shit. But yeah, this is another way. If you really want to. I can't believe this one actually works still. So yeah, that's another way you can combo with Lei. If I not fucking go into stance. I mean, this one too is very optional, but just be careful with this one. That's all I'm gonna say. 65, same thing. All right, Tiger. That's one option you can do with Tiger. Set up for Oki. Right there, man. Like, you have a lot of options. Oh yeah, Tiger Sweep. This is Ballroom Dance. Bom. Oh yeah, and there's another way you can combo from Tiger. Oh, not that. No! Really? That's really weird. No. Well, anyway. Here's one way you can combo. That's one way while rising 2-1. That's probably the easiest one you can do for Tiger, but there's other options. Oh, I mean, yeah. Are you sure that doesn't work? That's also an option. There you go. That's the most damaging combo you can do for Tiger, from what I know. But it's very strict timing. But yeah, man, that's all about Lei. Honestly, like, he has a lot. This took 3 hours to make, and I'm pretty sure if I actually went into like video editing detail and like reason why this works, etc., blah blah blah, then we will be here for hours. But yeah, this is like a really rough Lei guide that I wanted to put out at least. It's gonna be up on my YouTube channel today. I'm gonna go make something to eat and all that good stuff, but it's gonna be uploaded. So if you guys are interested, or anyone who wants to play Lei, honestly, because Lei is an awesome character. I really hope if there's a Tag 3 or a Tekken 8, I hope Lucky Chloe and Lei and who else? Julia, Leroy. As much as I'm not a fan of him when he first came out, but he's such a cool character. Like, there's so many characters, but mostly Lucky Chloe and Lei. Lei is such an awesome, fun, and interesting character. He is difficult to master once you start to understand his stances, but once you understand his stances, you will get better and better. So other than that, I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first official guide I could say that I want to upload. A Lucky Chloe guide will be coming up soon, so just stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in like playing him, I hope this explains the best way it can. I will put timestamps when I start any editing, when I get done uploading this video, so that you guys will know what stamps go where, and etc. Blah blah blah. So other than that, I want to say thank you. If you guys are interested, I have a Twitter right down here. It's @MochaPanakupo. You can follow me on Twitter. Also, I give you live tweets when I go live. Tweets for Shogunate Gaming, which is the esports team that I work with, which you guys can also follow them right down there. Their handle is @Shogunate Gaming. We also have a Discord. Check them out. They're awesome people. We have events and tournaments coming up, so do stay tuned for that. Also, my YouTube channel is right down on that red bar right there. It's MochaPanakupo. Just type it on YouTube, and you'll see all my videos that I post and try to upload for you guys for your entertainment. But other than that, thank you guys for my first time, my Lei guide. I hope it's not the greatest, but you know, it gets its point across. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. But other than that, thank you guys, and hopefully we can talk about more stances and why they're reasons they're so good and all that good stuff. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys next time, and you guys take care. Bye bye. MochaPana out.